It's Bengals, it's Bears, it's preseason game number 2. Here's what I'll be looking for on Saturday afternoon. Hi again, everyone, and welcome into Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien of BengalsTalk.com. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and we are so close. We are so close to regular season football. But first, we have preseason game number 2, Bengals and Bears. Make sure you check out our practice takeaways. You know, we weren't in Chicago, and we're not going to be in Chicago on Saturday, but that's okay. We're still going to have you covered, and that's why you got to come to Cincinnati Bengals Talk and keep it locked right here all season long. And let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to be looking for is what these cornerbacks do against the starting wide receivers for the Chicago Bears, because the Bears plan to play their starters. And so DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze, those are dudes, either proven dudes or the 9th overall pick and someone that I expect to be really, really good in the NFL. And so if I'm Zach Taylor, who doesn't plan on playing the starters, I would give DJ Turner and Dax Hill, one of which will end up starting, all of the outside reps. Let them play against those guys. Let them do everything that they had to do in joint practice on Thursday. Do that again in a game-like setting and just see how they react. Because I got to be honest with you, when I see, and I keep making fun of the Bears for this, but the Bears didn't allow video. They didn't allow reporters to tweet during the joint practice. But when I see after practice that DJ Moore beat Dax Hill, it's like, well, yeah. Yeah, of course. Duh. It's much like last year when Cam Taylor-Britt in training camp was butting heads with Jamar Chase and butting heads with him. Well, Jamar got him most of those reps. It's Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is going to win when it's one-on-one against someone like Cam Taylor-Britt, even though you know what it did is it made Cam Taylor-Britt better. And obviously Cam has turned into a quality starting corner in this league. That was not me to I was not being mean to Cam there, but my point is going up against Moore again, going up against Keenan Allen. It's going to make Dax better. It's going to make DJ better. And this competition is certainly something I'm watching for. Other things I'm watching for: the defensive line room. All right, Miles Murphy. All right, Joseph Osai. All right, Chris Jenkins. All right, Travis Bell, who I thought played pretty well last week. Let's see it. Let's continue to see it from those guys. Obviously, Bell is fighting for a roster spot, probably on the outside looking in. Chris Jenkins going to make the team, but you want him to emerge. Zach Carter, someone I didn't name, I think is penciled into a roster spot, but man, oh man, it would be nice to see something out of him, out of 95. He knows how important this season is for him. And so it would be nice to see something out of those young interior defensive linemen or the edge guys. It can't hurt for Joseph Osai, who I think has had a really good camp. It can't hurt for Miles Murphy, who I think flashed a lot last week and has had to deal with Trent Brown and Amarius Mims all camp and has figured it out. And I thought has played pretty darn well and is poised for a nice year. All right, well, you guys are going to start, so we'll see how it goes. And so the trenches is certainly somewhere I'm looking, somewhere I'm paying attention to. Tyson Anderson on defense. Look at me starting on defense. That's rare for me. Tyson Anderson is going to make his debut. I'm excited to see him. Didn't play last week. He's coming back from an ACL, so hopefully he gets some good run there and can show what he can do, not only on defense but on special teams. I think he's on the roster, and he's going to make the team, and it's just a matter of him ramping up and getting ready for week 1. Dejon Anthony, young rookie safety who's flashed. Hurt his nose last week, going to play, obviously dealing with some pain there, broken nose, I believe it was. So good for Dejon to be able to play through it. Hopefully he can show us something, because he's had a really good camp for a 7th rounder that is now, I think, firmly on the roster bubble in a good way and not a bad way. The exact type of position you want to be in going into preseason game number 2 as a 7th round pick. Josh Newton is someone I'm paying attention to and looking for. Flashed last week in the preseason game, has flashed throughout camp, has gotten beat at times at camp and responds the right way. I just think he has the right mentality. And so can he continue to ascend? All players I'm looking forward to seeing on defense. And then on offense, you know, there are a bunch of guys, right? And to me, it starts on the offensive line. Matt Lee, will he start at center? I would love that. I would love to see Matt Lee at center, get valuable reps against starters potentially for the Bears. Sign me up for that all day long. The Bengals are dealing with some injuries right now. We knew Trent Brown wouldn't play. I was going to say participate in Saturday's game. So he's not going to play tomorrow. But you know who will is Cody Ford. Cody Ford continues to, I think, impress coaches with his versatility. So we'll see how much run he gets with the injuries to the offensive tackle room, and maybe they pull him quick and get some of these other guys in there. Jackson Kirkland played tackle earlier this week in practice. Does he get any run at tackle? Do they just keep him at guard? Paying attention there. Trey Hill. As much love as I just gave to Matt Lee, Trey Hill still fighting for a roster spot. He needs to win the roster spot by showing he can be a competent center and guard. Show that you're that flexible piece that Matt Lee isn't at this stage of his career. He's strictly a center. That gives Trey Hill an edge if he can show it. Now he's got to show it. Matt Lee outplayed Trey Hill last week. And so that's why I mentioned Matt Lee first, is because I think he can really take the reins of this backup center spot with a quality performance against the Chicago Bears tomorrow. Other things I'm looking for, obviously Ryan Rico is going to handle all of the punting duties. Zach Taylor didn't offer up any kind of update on Brad Robbins from a health standpoint. So Ryan Rico is going to handle the punting duties. Number 8, he looks like a quarterback. He's big and looks different, doesn't look like your average punter. I think he's got the leg. Can he be consistent? And can he hold for Evan McPherson? Those are things that we will see. TBD when it comes to Ryan Rico, but he certainly has a prime opportunity to do so and take advantage of it. And then let's be honest here, with Chris Evans going down, this backup running back room, it's interesting. And I look at it, obviously Travion Williams was probably the favorite for that third spot anyways, but Noah Cain, Elijah Collins. Can Elijah Collins make a push here and show that he's a capable backup running back in this league? We'll be looking for that. Certainly going to get a lot of run. Rocky Lombardi probably going to make a whole second half. He might play an entire second half. Burrow isn't playing. Browning is hurt. And so Logan Woodside going to start. Rocky Lombardi could play a significant amount. Eric All Jr., according to the game book, played 2 snaps last week. I didn't notice him on offense, but excited to see him and excited to see how much run he gets. Jermaine Burton, of course, in the mix there. Excited to see how he can build on last week. Charlie Jones, does he play? Does he not? We'll see. But excited that he was able to practice on Thursday. Hopefully he can get out there, make some plays, build that confidence up that is already pretty high, I think, for Charlie Jones. And then after that, all these back end guys, Akeem Butler, I thought he was going to be exciting this preseason. Kendrick Pryor has probably had the best preseason out of Pryor, Lassiter, Jackson, Burgess, Butler. And so Kendrick Pryor, can he force their hand? I think he's passed all these other guys in the receiver room. So if they were going to keep a 7th receiver, Kendrick Pryor, go out there and show it. I think he's got the best chance of any of these guys to do so. We are going to have you covered after the game. We're going to have our instant reactions. We're not going to be present, but that means that our instant reaction to the game gets to you faster right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. So please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and also check out all of our videos. And if you're looking for more Bengals coverage, well, just check out bengalstalk.com. It's a Sports Illustrated site. Been writing there for years. bengalstalk.com. It's easy to remember as well. For Andrew Fox Miller, I'm James Rapien. Thank you so much for watching Cincinnati Bengals Talk.